Welcome back everybody into another weekly recap. So this week we're going to do the recap of these last 11 trades, 12 trades that I took in the last week, and I'm going to show you how I do the review and try to understand what I could have done better, what can I improve, and possibly how can I possibly refine my strategy, my setup, so that I can go on and improving in my trading career. So let's start from number 46. So as you already know, I take screenshot of the trade, and of course then therefore I have an overall understanding of what was happening and trying to get the salient point. So the time, what was the setup, the entry point, entry confirmation, what were the biases, were the matching. So was it overall in trend or counter trend, some notes, and then if it was a win, and yada yada yada, some other things. So let's start from the 46. So as you can see, that was a sell. From the chart it's pretty clear that what we can see, it's a downtrend because price is making lower high, lower lows, new lower lows, a new lower high. This was at 8:20 a.m. Eastern, so was with the start of volume during New York session. What we saw was a first break and retest of this previous PSA, of this previous order block, but we are coming from a strong from a strong rejection from it to 2005. So I was quite unsure taking this sell already, because yes, we were in a downtrend, but at this point, so if we don't see these things on the right hand side, let me just try to do it like this. Let's see if I can. So if we don't see these things, what we can see is that yes, we might be bearish, but price has been bouncing. We are in another block. Price can still go up, so it's not in trend. We're not trending bearish yet. So for me, this was quite a too aggressive entry over here. Nonetheless, I saw it, but it was a little bit too aggressive for me. Then we had some news here. I didn't expect this news to be that relevant, that impacting, but as you can see, the market showed that there was some volume coming in thanks to the news, to the report. And what we saw was that we broke and retested these previous lows on the left hand side. So as I just told you, price was trending bearish. So when I saw this new lower high being created, lower low being created, I was expecting a new lower high, and what better price sensitivity area than the one on the left hand side. So that's exactly where I got my entry. My entry was at this bullish candle closing at the PPL. So I had a little bit of drawdown, and then price got into my 30 pips TP, pretty easy, pretty fast, without any anything whatsoever. What we can see is that also price gave him another retest. This is probably 75% retracement of this overall bearish move, which will give you further 30 pips and more, and price just kept going bearish. So as you can see, this is a clear end of a pullback. My entry confirmation entry point was the PPL and previous PSA. This is the PPL, it was not a key level, and the previous PSA candle was closing at PPL. We can also say that it's a bullish candle closing at PPL. We were overall in a lower time frame bearish bias, and in a higher time frame bearish bias, because the price action was clearly bearish overall. Also was in trend, was good, optimal entry, and was a win. It will go to 55 pips. Nothing much to say. So as you can see, winning characteristics in this case are that the price was in trend lower time frame, in trend high time frame, clear end of pullback after a new lower low printed. Clear end of pullback at relevant PSA after a new lower low was printed. So that's pretty much what was about this trade. So let's move on. Let's see number 47. As you can see here, this is I think the following day or the same one. So it was right after New York Stock Exchange open. As you can see, there's not much. I think it was the next day. The volume is quite low, and even though after all we went from like 2003 down to 1992, I really struggled to have a clear setup and a clear mindset, because yes, we had some volume, but if you would count the number of bearish candles with the bullish ones, you don't see much of a difference. So this downtrend was very, very bad, I would say. It was quite not what I was expecting, and I found myself really struggling to enter. As you can see, the best entry would have been around here when there was some volume. We were in a bearish trend. We broke and retested this area. We broke and retested this area multiple times, and we stayed below. So this would have been sort of a failure to make new highs setup, rather than a break and retest of end of pullback. But nonetheless, price was staying below. So I found myself really struggling to enter, even below here, below this PPL. Yes, it would have given a nice, it looks nice, but to enter live, to have the confidence that the price will continue bearish, that's not really, for me, was not easy. As you can see here, it's not really a very strong and understandable trend. And yeah, it caught me off guard. So when I saw, after New York Stock Exchange opening, I saw the volume coming into the chart. You can see now the price is clearly bearish, making new lower low and having a lot of volume in the chart. I took a sell over here, and that was when we can zoom in. As you can see, price was making a new lower low, and I think we had like a 50% retracement of this overall move. I saw a couple of candles. So I saw first bearish candle, I saw another bullish candle closing with a strong rejection, and then this following bearish candle was closing with another strong rejection. So at the time, there was nothing telling me that price could continue further down, because there's no reason why. And as you can see, I stayed into the market. I think this is a 9 pips stop. That so of course I had a 15 pips stop loss. Probably was over here. I would say that was over here, or actually over there. But when I saw this price action, I mean, we have a strong bounce from here. I think it was also a key level. No, 1991 is not a key level. But then I saw this rejection. So at this time, I was hoping that, okay, the pullback was deeper than expected. We went and retested these previous highs instead of retesting these previous lows. It's fine, I'm still alive. But when I saw this strong rejection, that's when I said, okay, you know what? Better take 9 pips, because I don't see anything happening from this after this candle. I don't see further rejection happening. So I cut it short and I saved myself 5 pips. Yes, price then went below. I think I would have gotten out over there if I'm not mistaken. 94.88 would have been 96 something. But yeah, after all, there was price making a double bottom in continuation bullish. So this was end of pullback. Okay, it was a 75% retracement, double candle closing with weakness, and that's good. After missing multiple entries, taking this pullback after new bounces coming from 15-minute PSA. Okay, so that's also one thing that I noticed on TradingView, is that this area over here, especially this, was a strong 15-minute time frame PSA. So that was the only thing that actually was against this sell trade, because understanding that this is a strong PSA, price can bounce. So it's very high risk, high reward, but I think that's a good trade. I should have, of course, I managed it, so that was good. I should have entered at this double bottom, understanding that this is now a double bottom at this PPL, where the price can continue, especially validating this as a strong 15-minute PSA. So that's where the volume and volatility and the volume can come back in. But of course, as you can see, price will give me multiple other entries to possibly enter, but I did not take them because I took my loss and that was it. So this is the next day, number 48. As you can see here, sell PSA and 61.8%, double top at previous PSA. So we had this 820 EM Eastern momentum that gave the pullback up, gave the strong breakout of this previous PSA. I don't really like this sell. I took the sell over here after seeing a double top, but we are still closing above these previous highs quite convincingly. I don't really, the entry is good, but I don't really like, and I should have managed it as I did in the previous one. I should have managed it manually when I saw this candle, which is a clear break and retest for the continuation up. After that, I took another sell that we're going to see, a buy. As you can see now, I am taking a break and retest of the key level, and instead the price was making like a 50% retracement. As you can see here, price made a 50% retracement before continuation up. I took the quite aggressive high risk high reward buy at the top of the key level. No price action confirmed, one single candle closing with a wick, and yeah, it's fine to take this loss, but I should have entered over there for sure. Over here, that's because, okay, I took my loss, price was going into a pullback. I also saw this pullback where it was coming, and if I re-entered, that's absolutely fine. This loss is outweighed 2 or 3 to 1 by this win. So as you can see, if this is a loss, that's the loss, and that's the win. That's 3 to 1, and it's absolutely good to go. That's why I should enter. Key level and PSA, as you can see, bullish, so it was really in trend. Break and retest, but price went deeper. Pullback entry would have been a win. That's simply, it's not about being bad, the break and retest in anticipation. Is about not taking further entries, the problem, and that's something that I will try to solve with experience. Look at this nice entry. Now let's go number 50. So we are over here right before the jobless claims. This trade was taken based off a bearish downtrend that was happening during New York. Overall, on a high time frame, we are very bullish. This is possibly just a minor pullback. And what I took was simply a sell. I don't really dislike it because, okay, it's a double top. Price is making lower high and lower lows. As you can see, we are in a bearish structure. Price just recently made a new lower high that I wanted to enter as well. Something that I will study in the setups. Made a new lower low, retested, and actually rejected this previous, I think it was like a 50% retracement. 61.8% retracement, tapping these previous lows. As you can see, price didn't actually go to 15 pips so that I could have break even, but due to the incoming news, it was like 1 minute before that, the spread was increasing, so I cut it short and I cut it to like 2.8 pips because of course the spread was not, I was not liking it, and we also had a rejection from this bottom, so I cut it short from a small win. As you can see, also price gave me further opportunities now with the bad jobless data. On the 60 ticks chart, I had opportunity to enter buys at the breakout of these previous lows, these previous highs, but I failed to do so. I actually took 2 further losses. The only thing is that the only good thing was that the continuation buys. Over here, break and retest. What I was looking for was, okay, price made a new high. Actually, it made a double top, so that's not good. And it's a double top at a, I don't know if it's a 15-minute, it's a key level. Price made a double top, so I don't really like this entry, but because I was validating the double bottom. The entry is late, it's quite late, I would say, and yeah, that's a loss that I could have avoided. Another win, after a few minutes, that's like 10 minutes, I took a very useless buy. Over here, price action is clearly suboptimal. Look at this price action. Do you see price trending? Do you see that the price is clearly bullish? Okay, like for example here, you have the break of this high, you have a single candle, you see that the price is trending. Over here, it is not. The price over here, it is going slowly up, but there's no breakout. We are still facing this previous rejection point, this previous key level, so there's no really reason to enter buy in such low volume when I can wait for some further and clearer price action, especially due to the fact that I had this idea already in mind that price will come and retest this level. So that's the following trade, this buys. As you can see here, this is quite a late entry because like a few seconds before the candle closed, that's where I wanted to enter. The candle was over here. That would have been a 30 pip TP, but instead I put the TP to 40 pips because if it would break here, it will easily go to 40 pips with the volume being in trend. And the only thing is that, yeah, I placed, when the price was there, I said, okay, you know what, TP is at 30 pips, but I'm not going to break even. So I'm either taking like a 10 pip win at least. And yeah, that was a 9.8, 10 pips win because the price rejected over here. I could have taken it out at 25 pips, but I wanted to let it run because the price action was still good up until here with the price that could continue bullish as per fundamentals. Furthermore, we had the retest of the key level of the 4-hour PSA, and still now I'm changing bias. I am moving to a lower time frame bias, and I'm taking a sell. The only thing is that the sell, it's too close. I'm not giving space. It's not a pullback. This is like a 75% retracement. I'm taking the sell over here, and it's not. It's just these previous lows. It's not a really impacting PSA, and it was only hoping that the price will continue further sell instead of then taking this one. End of pullback, rejecting this previous PPL. That's where I could have taken this continuation sell entry. And yeah, then afterwards, a very bad trade management, as I would say. I saw, because I didn't see, that's also bad. This is a strong PSA that I wanted to buy yet. I missed this entry buy, and afterwards I'm entering sells. I'm kind of switching sides, and that's not good. But when I see over here that price is coming back to this level, I said, okay, you know what? I was wrong in the first place, but now I'm taking the buy. I enter buy a little bit late because that's still a little bit late at this candle over here. And I said, okay, price is rejecting multiple times, can continue bullish. I stayed, this is like, I had a 10 pip stop loss and it was down here. So I stayed alive for all this time. And then with the New York Stock Exchange open, price went into profit at like 7 pips of profit. I said, you know what? Let me place it at break even. I don't want to risk another loss. Price went to my entry, went exactly to my entry, and then stopping me out at break even, simply retested this level, and then went to my TP. So that was a mismanaged entry trade because I stayed during all this time I stayed over here. I could have cut it short at 5 pips. I wanted many times I wanted to cut it short at 5 just to save 5 pips, but then I said no, leave it there, accept your 10 pips loss. But then I was not able to accept a loss and I put it at break even. As you can see also, yes, that's a break even. I could have re-entered over there, and that would have been a scalping win, but still not really strong in this game. So another second to last trade. So when we had a clear volume, price gave me many opportunities to enter buys. As you can see, we have a clear rejection. Price is closing and retesting the last low. So as per market structure, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is the last lower high that the price made, and price broke and retested this area to then continue up, break and retest the PPL to continue bullish. So I entered when the price actually broke and retested this previous PSA on the left hand side, so quite a more relevant PSA. I think it was a 4-hour PSA or a key level, and I think it actually went almost to my TP. It went like, so 1991, yeah, it went like 1 pip or less from my TP, and then I went to break even. Yeah, it went really close to my TP and then to break even. And then the last trade is Friday. So this one is the same day, and we saw I could have entered furthermore. As you can see, price is clearly making higher highs and higher lows, retesting the previous the same areas. These are all very nice 50% or something retracement, making also a trend line. It's pretty nice. I could have taken 30, 40, 60, 90, 120 pips, but I missed all of them. I also wanted to enter over there because after all this bullish move, we were reacting at the key level. Of course, the volume was not the best, as you can see here, to enter over there, but price was staying below the key level, and I was expecting that all this bullish move was a pricing in of this possible very bad PMI data that came out over there. And so I was expecting investors to drop gold anyway. Any case, even if the data was good or bad, price would go. That would have been a nice entry, betting on my intuition, and it would have been a very nice trade. But I still ended up with a nice win. So I understood the bias. I waited. I could have entered over there, but it's too close to the PSA. And when I saw the price staying below this key level and previous PSA, that's where I entered sells, and the price went 30 pips quite fast. And that was my only win of the day to close off the week. And yeah, price will go more than 100 pips more. So as you can see, these are basically the trades of the week. Most of them were end of pullbacks, and 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 were break and retest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 were in trend, and only 3 were counter trend. That's good. That's also the my last week goal was to do it. I had only 1, 2, and 3 full wins, and I have a couple, 1, 2, 4 break evens, and a few losses. So I think the overall win rate of this week was around 30 or something like that. And of course, I'm going to try to improve it further along from next week and ongoing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this trade review, and I see you tomorrow. No, today? I don't know.